you must be satisfied that you have jurisdiction.
Article 23 of the Constitution. Article 23 of the Constitution, Parliament shall enact legislations to give original jurisdiction in appropriate cases to subordinate courts to hear and determine applications for redress of a denial, violation, or a threat to a fundamental rights in the bill. Is exercised directly. It doesn't require any law. So you apply that authority as you understand it. So we are perfectly entitled to say very clearly. To protect certain people is that terrorists across the world not just in Kenya, are persons who are hated, it is much bigger than the prosecution is making out to be. Because to permit this, it would literally allow the 4,000, 5,000 people that we've been told have so far been arrested to be tried as terrorists. Your Honor, Kenya will cease to be a constitutional democracy if such a precedent were to be set. We have read the objections here. I urge that you uphold the constitutions. You are most obliged.
Your Honor, we have to bring this to its useful conclusion. We thank you for your patience. Thank you. Very briefly, in summation, Section 2 of the Prevention of Terrorism Act, number 30, 2022, and the proviso thereof have been addressed extensively on this. And exercising their rights under Article 37 cannot be charged under the Prevention of Terrorism Act. The only thing in that proviso is, if that is proven, then citizens are not covered under that proviso. But our submission is, there's no such intention. Therefore, is actually very clear. It is actually unassailable, and we urge you inappropriate. And for the avoidance of doubt, Your Honor, the Judicial Service Commission issued a very clear doubt. By the way, the chairperson of the Judicial Service Commission is the Chief Justice.
Your Honor, perhaps with your permission,
I do not expect that all the time
it's
trying
okay,
to do
but
these things.
that was not an issue that we did a rejoinder in. There was no statement that we went through. So there's a new issue that...
it's not an issue, it's been referred to, Your Honor.
We need your ruling.
It's not a new
Your
issue.
Honor, with your kind permission and with the permission of my learned senior,
Can I be addressed by the two so that we can quickly do
if I can help refresh your memory, Your Honor. I raised the objection.
My memory is quite fresh. Counsel, Mr. Bashir, this issue was in fact
Yes.
No, I'm saying the reading. He's now going to the reading.
No, just the same. The substance is not changed. The issue is just for the avoidance of
No, he's reading, Your Honor. Is it necessary?
the chairperson of the Judicial Service Commission, and we are officers. Of court is the Chief Justice herself. And this statement, the rearrest of an accused person with the precinct of the Kahawa Law Courts on Friday, 4th July. The facts indicate that the accused had been released constitutional mandate of the police to enforce the law and apprehend the suspects. Use of fire and dignity of the judiciary. Courts are sacred spaces of constitutional adjudication. Okaya, CBS, Secretary Judicial Service Commission. The date of the statement, Your Honor, argument about the impropriety of the rearrest. I personally like to call it simply abduction, and therefore, Your Honor, you historic because if you decide that the two accused persons, I mean, they were yet to take a plea because you object to that. In fact, we are calling on Your Honor to discharge them unconditionally, as happened in the case of Rose and Jerry just the other day. So we're going to argue that, the charges have been preferred, the ODPP has done this, and I appeared in court along with Chief Justice Emeritus, because what Rose and Jerry did was just to accept, to give our opinion with regard to public participation matter that the committee in Parliament dealing with finance had put out to the public. And then she was apprehended, actually abducted. Rose and Jerry today is a free citizen. We want to urge you to use the authority of this court so that you will enter the annals of history as one judicial officer who chose to stand for the constitution of this country. And various aspects have been addressed. Article 20 of the Constitution, for example, which binds all state actors to observe the Bill of Rights, International Bill of Rights, which is part of our domestic law.
Just a quick question, Counsel.
Yes.
If I were to make my decision in order to enter the annals of history,
Yes.
would that be making a decision for personal interest?
No, indeed not. Indeed not. You will. I'll guide you on that one. It is simply that you apply your mind to the conversation that has appeared before you, that has been offered before you, and to be able to apply the law judiciously, because that is what we're asking you to do. But in so doing, you will also be capturing the moment in our country's history. Right now, judicial notice should be taken of the fact that we are a country at a crossroads, and all of us have to do something to save it. We are simply saying we object to the practice of the Director of Public Prosecutions arresting Kenyans, bringing them to this court, and charge them under the Terrorism Act. That is intimidation of a sort that cannot be tolerated. In fact, it is inflaming of the country. Your Honor, I want to say that these two persons, they're actually not necessarily leaders council, but they are officials of the Democracy for Citizens Party. And the very fact that the whole country is witnessing a situation where two young officials of a party are charged with an attempt is being made to charge them under the Terrorism Act. It's actually inflaming the country. We see some of us, Your Honor, appearing before you with great humility. We're sending a message. We're sending a message that somebody has to do something to ensure that this remains a country under the rule of law. This is not going to be a country where political actors, finding that they are losing ground, decide to deal with the opponents. Soon after this, Your Honor, a member of parliament, a sitting member of parliament, I should not be saying this. It's important for you to know so that as we expand that, a member of parliament from Manyata